It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We've been away for a little while.
We haven't been away, but we've been away.
We've been all the way. You know, I got to open up with a new line. Welcome. It's getting stale.
Do you know everybody's taking it, by the way?
I saw that. I went to see my son on Sunday. Monday. You know what he tells me? Hey, Dad, welcome. Says, why are you biting my line?
Even Jimmy Fallon, I heard, opened a show the other day with welcome.
You know, Jimmy, get your own
Just
business.
saying,
But I got a new one. How you doing? Welcome to all our friends across America and Europe. And I'm glad that she's back because that's our connection over there to talk to our friends in the UK.
Yes, welcome back, Steph. Welcome back to our crew, our ever-growing crew.
We're
back at Studio A in the heart of Delray.
And if you are watching today's show, caring and sharing, so share it out to your friends. If you don't got any friends, give us a call at
888-994-4995.
And we'll get you a friend. We have a new sign up for a friend program.
Actually, we do have a new friend, an old friend, new friend, because we had a business reach out to us, and they are a non-for-profit business that helps businesses start up, and he sends us an email Friday. He says, one of your producers sent us an email.
Oh, yes.
And he wanted to be on the show.
Yes, and we couldn't.
So I put it out to our producers, and I say, who contacted this gentleman? No answer.
That's right.
So I called him back yesterday, because then he came here, and we weren't here at studio yesterday.
Yes.
And I contacted him. I said, well, which one of our producers sent you the email? And he says, Troy. So Troy.
You remember Troy? You guys remember Troy? You
Troy
remember
is
Troy?
one of our very special listeners and viewers in North
Pennsylvania.
He's in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
You're close. And he wanted to work with us. So Troy, nice job on that. Just next time let us know and all good to go.
Well, that gentleman actually has been chasing us a couple of times. If we go on remote, he comes here.
I know, it's so funny. People know us but don't know us.
I don't even know us.
They know us, but they pretend they don't know us.
Well,
but yes.
Well, where are we going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're on location on Southwest 18th Street at La Chloe Cafe and Rolled Ice Cream, which is spectacular, right at the Wharfside Shopping Center on Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road in Boca. When you come through the main entrance, just keep going straight till you hit La Chloe. If you go any further, you'll be in the water. So it's very easy to find. Just come on in and go straight back. We will be there airing live from 12 to 2, set up. We got lots of people, old friends, new friends coming to join us on the set. A lot of people.
You got an old friend?
I got old friends because I'm old. I'm in that over 50 crowd.
Oh, come on.
Just
you know, 50's the new 30.
Well, then I'm going backwards. I'm aging backwards.
You know that? 50's the new 30.
I'm older than you, honey.
And you know, I'm going to tell you, women, when you hit 50, you never have another birthday again. It stays at 50. And then if you don't talk about it all year and they come back, you're 50 again, and you're 50 again.
I think I'm good where I just...
You don't even know how old you are.
I think once I hit 55, I may go, not so much. I'm okay in the mid-50s.
They don't have a birth certificate for Dawn.
Yeah, true.
And her parents deny, because each one has a different story of when she was born. So nobody knows how old Dawn is. She could be 40 for all we know.
But come join our conversation. Oh, I see something new on the screen. It says, buyus.today. What would that be?
Well, you can go to buyus.today, and you can call us for that as well. And what we are doing, we are selling online today remotes, and my son Gio is putting it into our website. So if you want a remote, if you have a business and you want to theme it out, Women's Strength we're doing today, which will be re-aired
on Friday,
11 o'clock, right before Steve came. We will be on the air 11 o'clock at night, and this show is being re-aired so that you can too tell us about what you do in this concept.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995. What I love is Wednesdays has been tagged Women's Wednesday, Wonderful Wednesday, whatever it is. Every day is the same here, but because we've tagged it Everyone says, oh, it's Wednesday. I'm really excited that it's Wednesday. But yes, it is Wednesday back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We've had a long weekend, some great meetings, a lot of meetings. We've been here today since 9:30 this morning playing catch-up, which has been fantastic. Some great new people. You know what? Everyone that we brought in separately ended up knowing each other when they brought them together. How funny is that?
David DePino we had, and then we had David.
VIP Kids from David.
David, and he knew.
And Jay Farrow and Janine. So it all keeps growing.
It's an interesting concept.
It all keeps growing and going because ultimately it's all about giving back and gratitude, which I love. So stay tuned for the Momentum Mindset show on Friday because they always put such a great show together. They're actually doing gratitude training this weekend, which is why we recorded them.
Yes, we recorded that, and the producers in here are hard at work at editing it. You moved it, and now we got the shadow back.
But they're hard at work. It is a Women's Wednesday. We've got Joy Nash with us, Wonder Woman, Memorial Day, Captain America, all kind of rolled up.
It is a memorial hangover today.
Fitness for Joy. Well, we don't have to have a hangover. I've got some beer and sparkling wine underneath the cabinet.
You know, I never met anybody who keeps beer away as much as you do. In my house, beer is gone in 20 minutes.
Well, I can put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
They left us all this great beer from 26 degrees.
I know, but you tell me every time I see you, do you want me to put it in the refrigerator? This refrigerator must be like 15 miles from here. So they already put it in there.
We should put some in there. We also have Suzanne St. George with us. And we met Suzanne, I guess, last month when we were here at the Heart of Delray. Do you dread Monday mornings? Well, now we're Wednesday because our Monday sort of evolved into a Wednesday. So we can talk about, do you dread Monday mornings, going to work, some ideas on de-stressing. And your book is spectacular. We actually talked to Joy about her book. So, Joy, you now have an inspiration to write your book. Mm-hmm. This book is great. Do You Dread Monday Mornings? About motivation and rescue remedies and all kinds of ways to alleviate stress. And ultimately, we're talking about women in business because it is going to be re-aired on WSBR, our sister station from WNN on Friday at 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Now, I have a question.
Okay.
I happen to know that Monday is the #1 day of the week and the time in the morning when more people have heart attacks.
8:30 a.m.
Is that the time? Now, is that statistic for men and women or just men?
That's a statistic for men and women, but it's a hidden secret that more women than men are dying of heart disease these days.
Really?
Yes, most American doctors are not aware of this. In fact, the American Medical Association confirmed that.
That heart disease is the #1 killer of women, by the way.
Is it? It used to be men because you guys sort of put it to us.
Well, it presents differently. And what I love about Suzanne is when we met her, she's got this light air about her. She's got a fabulous
Because she knows how to live.
accent, right? She's always had a smile. And you read this book, and it's filled with real stories. And and because of the red and the cartoon, you think it's funny, comical. And it is comical, but there's a lot of meat into this book and the stress of what it is and some remedies. And tell us what you do. Besides being an author, you've brought some great show and tell.
I have. I want to tell a story, if I may, about how I wrote this book. I was working in Africa a few years ago in a dream job, and I had a note on my desk on Friday evening which said, "See the CEO at 8:30 Monday morning." Well, you know, if you call to the CEO's office at 8:30 Monday morning, this is never good news. So it was the worst weekend of my life. I rewrote my resignation letter several times. And by the time I made it to the CEO's office, I was having chest pains and pains down my arm, all significant of me having a mild heart attack. And I said, this can't be happening to me. I'm the healthiest person I know. So when I got into the CEO's office, I was completely out of it, mentally and physically. Although he had good news for me, I'd learned to speak Swahili when I was there, and he was there to congratulate me on speaking Swahili. I couldn't get it. All I got from him was he was sending me into lion country. And I thought he was sending me into lion country to throw me to the lions. And like the early Christians, I was going to die out there. Good news was, of course, that I survived it, but it taught me a lesson that even the healthiest people in this world who take care of their bodies, they can still succumb to tremendous stress on Monday morning. So I decided to write a book about it and then help a lot of people
How many
manage
books have
their
you
stress.
written?
I'm working on my third now.
So
Your third.
she's written 2 books so far.
And the last time you were here, my partner here disappeared the book.
I took the book. I had to read the book.
But she never brought the book back.
It's back now.
Okay, so
Well, now no, because now I'm going to get my own book.
I have a copy for you, of course.
There you go.
Why not?
Is it one of those that I can go in the car and it reads itself to me?
No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it on audio, but it's standalone. So every story is about Monday morning stress and how you can handle it and having a good attitude towards stress, because the figures are staggering. 80% of people hate going to work on a Monday morning. So how does that affect
How can you?
productivity?
I love going to work on Monday morning. I gotta tell you, when I go to bed Sunday night, it's because I know I get to get up and come to work Monday morning. I love coming to work. Am I crazy?
Me too.
But
You too?
that's this career. My other career, not so much. My other career, I dreaded Monday mornings. This one, I love Monday mornings because I love to come in and see all these smiling faces and see them get to work and to hear their stories and to get to be with new people. All of it. It's
You
way
like
better
it, huh?
than going to Publix. Gotta tell you.
I kind of love Publix.
Gotta tell you, it's a lot better.
I love going to work because I know that the unexpected is about to happen.
Oh,
and
it's
I woke
every
up.
day.
So if I woke up, you get 2 gifts every morning. You know that, right? Every morning you get 2 gifts.
Yes.
When your eyes open, 2 gifts. If you can get out of bed, it's
You
a
get
winner.
to-
So you come to work. Now, what happens on Monday, the reason that Monday is because you were just partying on the weekend, you were sleeping, you were doing what you normally don't do because you know you're going to go to work. And then Monday sets in the stress level, all the bad things that happen in the week, paying the bills that you didn't pay on the weekend, things of that nature. Stress will kill you or it will kill your business, right? Because when you have stress, you can't think straight. You ever heard that saying?
Well, the statistics are actually quite terrifying. $300 million are wasted by employees having Monday morning stress and not appearing or being sick or quitting their jobs.
But I remember when my kids were little, one of my children dreaded Monday mornings going to school. That one shall remain nameless. I'm going to hopefully keep the gender out of it when I say
That's
it.
Aaron.
But dreaded it so much that they were sick and they could not go to school, and they were in the bathroom and they could not go to school. Monday mornings became this routine, and it started on Sunday night, and it's still now, it's the Sunday scaries. And I'm thinking, really? It can't be that bad. I think we create so much.
No, it's
I know,
not.
we create so much in our heads.
I have
You don't.
I have a sad story.
You,
And I wish that my son Freddie was here so I could apologize to him. There was a Monday morning and he wouldn't get out of bed. And G was already ready to go to school and what have you. And Freddie would not get out of bed. And I took a bucket of water and I threw it on him in the bed.
what's wrong with you?
I don't know. And then he woke up with his eyes like, and he was terrified. And it broke I would never do that
Why
again.
did
I
you
would
do
never.
that?
Because he wouldn't get up.
What, you think that was funny? Probably thought it was funny.
No, it wasn't funny. It was.
Now you feel bad?
I feel horrible. I feel so bad.
He's 28 now. Now you feel bad. When he's laying on that psychiatrist's couch, he's saying, "Do you know what my dad did when I was a kid?"
I know. Now I say to him, whatever you want, Freddie. I feel horrible. Anyway, let's go on.
But well, there's some remedies, and let's talk about it. Rescue remedy I had heard of before.
Yes.
And you talk about that in your book. Some remedies for de-stressing our lives. I also like the one you said, lean against the wall and breathe, because if you feel like you're going to faint, you're so stressed out, you're going to collapse, you're having a panic attack, lean against something strong. I'm going to lean against Joy. If I lean against Joy, I think she's got my back, and I won't fall
I
down.
think the whole building can lean on George. It was 6 foot forever. But I got a question. If you are in a stressful job, like if you're
Yes.
you're doing stocks and bonds, things that in the market that go up
Yes.
and down, and you got to fight and rally, and yada yada
Right.
yada. The stress is with you even after the bell closes on Friday afternoon.
Right.
So it isn't the weekend doesn't give you a reprieve, right? You begin to become part of the stress problem.
Well, you have to have a toolbox of stress tools that you can use.
Look at the size of her toolbox.
Is that your toolbox?
And this is one of my toolboxes.
one of them?
But
That's
I'm
one of them?
Can I? This is one of my toolboxes.
Uh-huh.
But I want to actually teach you and the viewers a very quick stress management tip that can rebalance the brain in 2 minutes. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
that.
Now this was created by Bruce Lipton, a very famous doctor. And so you put your hands out in front of you, cross one hand over the other, and then put your palms together. So you're going to twist your one hand or one wrist over. Now twist your hands so your palms are facing each other.
Like this?
Yes.
Ouch.
And then close your fingers.
I feel like we're at a giant game of
So
Twister.
just put it down in your lap, and now cross one leg over the other.
You know, not for nothing, but this is like rub your head and tap your stomach
Listen,
at the
they
same
have
time.
done thousands of hours of research on this, and I was actually doing this prior to coming on set because I was a little nervous. I admit it.
And this is what Leslie does with her Psy-K.
This is Psy-K. This is Psy-K.
See
This
that?
is psycho.
Psy-K.
Yes.
Leslie
Psy-K.
from Carmen Care Laser does
Yeah.
this. I went with her and we did this. And then she added this thing with these yes questions and no questions, and you see which way your body goes.
No, now I'm just going to ask you to say a power statement. Like, I'm okay, I'm feeling cool, calm, and confident. I like that one. Cool, calm, and confident. That handles
calm, and
everything.
confident.
I'm
Cool,
cool, calm, and
cucumber.
confident.
Cucumber, get out of my head.
I'm cool, calm,
Cucumber.
and confident.
Cucumber.
And when you say that, and you hold this position for 2 minutes, a shift takes place in your brain. And so the stress actually fades in your brain. And they've done thermography showing that this changes the stress level in your brain. And you hold this for 2 minutes. And when your 2 minutes is up, you lock that into your body. And you do that by bringing your fingers together, like into
What
a
are you doing?
steeple, and just say, it's done.
But it's
done.
not been 2 minutes yet.
And then it's locked into you.
I have a
I'm cool,
cramp in my
calm,
right
and
hand. What does that mean? I
Means
cramped
Michelle's
up.
back in the room.
No, it means Michelle's here.
Step number 2 is you do it on the other side. You cross the other wrist over and do it on the other side. One side is always going to be tighter.
You ever done this before, Joy?
No.
Cross the other
I know
foot
I'm
over
flexible, so I can do it.
and then say another statement like, everything's great. I'm a winner. I'm a winner because so often if we're dealing with Monday morning stress, we don't feel like a winner. So I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Why do you never seem stressed, though?
Why do I never seem
Look at her.
stressed?
Does she look stressed at all to you? Seriously.
Well, listen, I've been doing this.
Why you gotta get her book?
I've
hate her.
been.
I hate her.
I
She's
worked with
always
over.
so happy,
Let's
right?
let's just say I worked with over 1,000 people in 11 countries, with an 80% success rate. So I'd better practice what I preach
Practice what you preach.
and make it happen. And I'm passionate about people being able to live their dream and not be overwhelmed by stress.
All right, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, let's de-stress your life. It's Wednesday, but we're going to pretend it's Monday somewhere. 888-994-4995. None of our crew looks very stressed out. P, are you stressed? No. No? Okay. Give us a call. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a new business opportunity with residual income from the convenience of your own home? Are you looking to help people and yourself take control of your health, lose weight, and feel great at the same time? It's time to drink and drop the pounds with Cafe Canna. No need to keep inventory or sit in an office. With 2 simple sachets a day, you'll receive your daily dose of coffee, CBD, and an appetite suppressant. Contact Bev today at 954-612-1271 or visit their website hempshopstore.com. Drink and drop the pounds to a new business and healthier you.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact purewavenow.com for your consultation. PureWave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. PureWave.
And we're back.
And we're back at
Not,
the
not,
Brooklyn.
for, not for nothing, but now I feel like I am
Getting a
sunburn.
You and the popcorn.
Bueno, para atrás, we're back. Holy smokes. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe.
I just got some shocking news.
Which was?
Somebody on the set, ex-husband, had my name.
Well, you're somebody's ex-husband too.
I know.
You're a few people's ex-husband.
That's scary.
Well, maybe that's a name.
I've never met anybody with the name Frederico or Freddie.
What about your son?
That was my ex-wife did that.
Fred
That
Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone.
was a cartoon. I said people.
Fred Flintstone is a person. I'm just saying, absolutely. Federico, you're somebody else's ex-husband, so see?
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for clarifying all of that.
Give us a call at 888-994-4995. We're on the set with our Women's Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're talking women in business and stress. We have Suzanne St. George with us, author of 2 books on managing stress and achieving high state of wellness, as well as creating your goals and dreams. This one we have on set is Do You Dread Monday Mornings? And we've got tools to help manage our stress. We've got Joy Franklin with us, a Fitness 4, number 4 Joy. And Yolanda is with us. Haven't seen you in a while, stranger. Welcome back.
It's been a while.
I love your lipstick.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, I get to see Yolanda all the time because she hosts a show down at NN. She's
Yes.
the mouthpiece for Trilogy, right? Home Health.
That's right.
And the interesting aspect of Yolanda is that I'd never worked with Yolanda until recently. We've been doing this now for over 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And you can see it improve every time she does it. She
I think
gets
it's been
more
more than
comfortable.
6 months.
Yeah, it's about 9
It-
I
months.
think you're
has
probably
been.
close to a year.
It's like 9 months, almost
Yes.
a year.
Like 9 months.
And it has changed. Now, I remember when you first came, you were a little stressed out, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is the theme of today. How did you handle? that to continue on your way and continue? You never said no, and I threw a lot of curveballs at you.
Well, you know, it was a big year for me. It was a big year of change. I was a very shy, introverted person, and I set the challenge for myself to get out there, to do more networking. That was a huge curveball you threw at me, and I took it on. So I was going out and speaking to people at least 3 times a week.
And that's what you did. You
Yeah.
just started talking, and you're in the IT business, right?
I am.
So you had to talk to people, or you talk to computers. Who do you talk to?
Yeah, I talk to people all the time, but it's different when you're helping someone with a product that you're an expert at, as opposed to something you're not familiar with. And I had a lot of stage fright, so that was something I had to overcome.
It's funny because we have Jordana Foster, who was on yesterday, and you remember how we met her. We did an outside gig, and I gave her a mic, and I did a pop-up tent, and I said, okay, you're going to be the host, go over there. She didn't even know what the hell I was talking about.
The funny thing how we meet a lot of people is they listen to our show, they call us and say, how do I do that? How do I get on? Well, we've got a supermodel next to me.
Well, the funny thing is that delivery is very important in our business because credibility is established in the first 3 seconds of anything you do. So if you don't trust what you're saying in 3 seconds, they go get a sandwich, or they shut it down.
But stress, business, I don't know if women in business are stressed more than men in business. I don't know. Joy, what do you think?
I'm actually working on stress myself, but I don't really.
Joy, get closer
I
to
don't
you.
get too much stressed over the men-women thing. I mean, I look at it this way.
That's because you
It's-
work out.
It's not just that. It's like when I have such a passion, and every time I get afraid of something, I think about my kids, and I think about how bad I want what I want to help people, and I just do it.
But
I
is
don't-
that the new Joy, or is this something from when you were
I always had
18,
it,
20?
I always had it in me, but more now than ever, especially talking in front of people. I did a live radio show about 2 weeks ago for an hour, and it was pretty
Was
scary.
just by yourself?
Yeah.
That's when I first met you. You were at Dunkin' Donuts. Your son was homesick. This is how I meet people. She says, all right, I'm getting ready for a radio show. I'm at Dunkin' Donuts. My son is homesick. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I want to be on your show too. So let me get past this one and we'll reconnect. And then we had her on with us last week at Crazy Uncle Mike's and back today because I think your story is so amazing. And talk about motivation. If you see Joy's before picture, she was always 6 feet tall, but she did not always have this physique. And she went out and she did this. And talk about women over 50 in fitness. Spectacular what you've achieved.
Yeah.
And I want to push that and what your motivation is. You know, there you can have motivation, and your motivation can stress you if it's your family, or your motivation can inspire you, right? Motivation can go both
it's your
ways.
perspective.
There you go.
It's your outlook. And you know, I had an incident actually. I was driving here and I had a guy actually trying to run me off the road, stop short. It was just like psycho. And in my mind, I just said to myself, well, I'm not going to let this get me upset, where I would actually get very upset and want to freak out. And I said, no, I'm not letting anything interfere with what I have to do. And I just made that decision and just shifted my mind. Instead of getting upset, I was like, you know, whatever.
You know, it's really funny because when you have realized that you are going to control stress and don't let stress control you, different things happen in your life that now you are aware of, right?
And you make it worse.
And
Yes.
when you don't realize it, you just fall into this quicksand and you make it worse. But when it comes at you and like you stop yourself and says, you know, I got something I got to do, I'm going to do that, and just wave to this idiot and say, you know, go about your way, because it happens to me too. People cutting me off, and you know, I asked.
You'll never drive with me again. Teddy might, but Freddie will never drive in the car with me again.
But you know, sometimes you're caught up in so many things that you're doing that you don't focus, and you have to shut it down. You get in your car, which is a very dangerous situation for you and somebody else. But what I like is you have to control stress. You can't let stress control you. Once you understand that concept and you read the book and you do the exercises and everything else, then you're in better control of yourself, right?
And your environment and what's going to happen actually to you, because you attract more worse things to you when you're negative.
So do you like more about what you do now because you're able to control your stress?
Yes, and I'm attracting exactly what I want in the good sense.
Good.
Where before I was attracting all this bad stuff, and I'm saying, why is all this happening? It's because of my mind. And I would get, you know, let it in, react to it, and then by reacting to it, allowing more negativity stuff to happen, and say, why me? You know, and
That's
I think
what happens.
We get wrapped up in that.
We get wrapped up in a lot of that, and we've got a lot going on. So we have some remedies here. Yes, Suzanne?
Yes, here's my number one remedy for Monday
scotch? No.
morning stress. Now, I have a whole cornucopia of Bach flower remedies
A lot of
here,
bottle of scotches.
and there's 38 remedies, but this one,
But what is that?
this is called Hornbeam. It's a Bach flower remedy. It's a natural flower remedy.
What's she called that? What is that called?
Hornbeam.
Hornbeam?
Hornbeam.
H-O-R bean?
It's from a wildflower, hornbeam,
Hornbeam.
and it's great if you have the Monday morning blues and you can't get out of bed on
Can
a
we
Monday.
smell
It has no smell.
How do you take this?
It's from the flower. Now, it's interesting because my father was a homeopath in England, and we made these remedies, and I saw how effective these were as a child. And since then, I've been in 11 countries using them. And the great thing is you can use them on the body. I don't know whether the camera can pick this up, but every part of the body relates to a flower remedy. And so many people who come to me with stress, with cancer or with heart disease, or just generally run down with stress, one thing that can be done is to do a treatment to reduce the toxins in their body, because we actually have 700 toxins in our bodies. It's staggering.
Do you make,
700
do you
times?
make these?
700 toxins. It's called your body burden.
Do you make these remedies?
I don't make them. You can buy these from a health food store. But what is so important is you can take them orally. I recommend everyone has Hornbeam on their desk.
Well, how do you
And
drink this? How do you
put
drink it?
2 drops in a bottle of water, and you sip on that throughout the day.
Can I smell that?
Absolutely, but there's no smell.
No, but I have that nice sense.
Of course. So if you...
Hornbeam.
Yeah,
you.
most of us are struggling
Oh, beam.
Beam.
with the fact that stress creates this heavy burden of
Well, no,
toxicity.
it does have a smell.
Well,
It smells delicious, though.
Put in your
This is
coffee.
really
okay.
sweet.
So how do you clear the toxins? Because women come to me, that we're talking about women and stress today, because they can't sleep and they're gaining weight working in the workplace. And the reality is you can't lose weight if your body is toxic. So I do a treatment called lymphatic drainage, and I use the flower remedies on the body. And not only do they feel better, but they start to have their confidence back.
Smells like scotch.
There is actually a tiny drop of alcohol in
I
there.
didn't want to say that. You see, if I say it, I'm wrong. But I was going to say there's scotch in this.
Well, you can't get drunk on it.
Gosh, it does.
If you're worried about taking a remedy that has a little bit of brandy in it, then you just put it in hot tea, and then the alcohol goes away. So,
Do you know that if you put brandy in hot tea or in coffee, the alcohol evaporates?
yes, that's the whole point.
Well, we
You
were
just-
at the coffee place yesterday, and they were infusing coffee with tequila, with vodka, with
Red wine.
cranberry, with
Well,
a lot of things.
We're gonna have. We didn't even talk about that.
and
Next
yes,
time we're
the
gonna talk about
alcohol, you don't have the alcohol anymore, but you just have that glorious taste.
it. Alcohol evaporates. That's what he says when you roast. Now, what are the numbers on this body? Like,
Well, they refer to different flower remedies. There's 38 of them in here.
so what number is that hornbeam?
I don't know. I don't
What's
know.
the
I
one-
don't have the chart in front of me. There's
No,
30.
I have a chart in front of me. It says 30 is the buttocks. I want to know what's that all about?
Well, it's interesting. When we have a lot of stress, we develop a lot of stress, and we hold it usually in our butt. We sit on it.
True that.
And so there is a remedy called sweet chestnut, which you can put in that area, and surprisingly, people release a lot of stress they've been holding on to maybe 20, 30 years.
Well, Joy, maybe that would work if we rub this sweetness on our buttocks. We will release some extra fat toxins and get more into fitness
It
and working
has
out.
nothing to do
Well,
with
maybe
the
it
fat.
does, because maybe, you know how they have all this
What's the
theory
use
of,
working out if you're not going to lose any weight?
Right.
We got to use
there's
this
this
stuff.
theory that if your knee hurts,
right.
it's because you can't move forward. I'm wondering why my arm hurts is because I don't extend enough, or I lifted too many weights. Either way, what you want to go. But maybe if our booties get a little bit bigger because we're
Is that what
sitting
it
on
is?
it, maybe we're holding the stress in our buttocks and we can let it go.
I'm not going to say nothing to that. I want to find out what number 30 is. 'Cause maybe it will. But I also understand drainage, right?
Yes, lymphatic drainage.
And I heard, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that when you go on a trampoline, when you bounce up and down, that your lymph nodes drain. Is that true?
So does your brain.
It's one theory. I personally don't follow that, because if you have boobs, you're bouncing your boobs up and down, it's not the most fun thing to do.
But you could tape them down.
You can tape them, but why? You know, fast walking has exactly the same effect.
Same effect.
But I think we can do a lot with lymphatic drainage. And as far as fitness, Joy, when you exercise the beach, salt water, the natural remedies of being outside, yes? You do a lot at the beach.
Yes, and I highly believe in massage therapy. I get one at least once a week, and it really helps me.
What kind of massage?
I
if
do
I may
deep
ask?
tissue, lymphatic, a little bit of both.
Now, you do this after you've worked out all week? I mean, I'm assuming you work out, yes?
Yes, pretty much every day.
I've seen your videos.
Yes.
I've seen the videos.
See your
More coming.
biceps?
I look at your videos and I get exhausted, so I got to drink some of this
Well, you know,
beans
she's
thing.
6 feet tall with legs up to forever.
I mean, when she works out, it's like from here to Tampa. And she steps on this step ladder, and she was doing this exercise where you bring your legs up on the bar. Unbelievable stuff. So you are constantly working out. Your body is accustomed to doing this. So you train people to do this as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Very important for people in business to have some kind of regimen to de-stress. I mean, it's great that you have all these techniques, but a little bit of exercise along with your techniques here sort of makes that whole thing work.
Yes, it clears your head. Because I know when I need to clear my head, right, you can smell the lavender and you can put your diffuser on in the house, but sometimes you just got to go run or clear your mind or do some physical activity, right, to help release that stress. But to your point, Suzanne, I remember one weekend something happened with a paycheck coming in and it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. And the stories that we built up until that Monday morning, we got clarification that it was just like a partial, and then the rest came Monday morning. What you can create in your head in those 48 hours is mind-boggling. But if you can learn from that experience of not to create those mountains out of molehills, then not that we'll ever be without stress, but always have, it goes back to my faith, the faith thing we always say, always have faith.
You should always have faith, 'cause that's
Right.
a shortcut to healing.
But it's the stress.
Now, there are different stress levels for different people, right?
Yes.
Depending on business, depending
Yes.
on romance, depending on lack of romance, depending on money. So your kid is sick,
Yeah.
business is sick. That interfere with you progressing, interfere with you getting bigger in the game, doing more things that you want to do, stopping you from being and hitting that high note. You know, it's that old high note routine where people say you blow a horn and you hit that high note. We're all chasing the high note. And I don't care what business you're in, even living, even a housewife, even a home wife, whatever you want to call a guy. You want to hit a note. You want to get to that promised land. You want to feel good about yourself. You want your kids and everything else, and you hope to be there. But we don't take care of relieving ourselves of stress.
It's staggering. We can put a man on the moon, but if 80% of people hate going to work on Monday mornings, I appeal to business owners to please think about this and bring in me or someone who will teach stress management to your employees, and so that they can feel valued and they can be helped. I have a story of one lady who had 2 businesses. I went into both businesses last year after 3 of her key employees had left, and she was devastated. And since that time, there's been a much happier feeling in her company. People don't want to leave. In fact, people are actually calling and asking her, can I come and work for you? I hear this is a great place to work. So teaching your staff how to manage their stress through me or through some other stress management expert is so important. And the people who work for you feel that they're valued and that you really take an interest in them.
Excellent. And Joy, you have a story, right, where you turned your life around, and you went out and you got what you wanted to get, and you're working your way there. More people are beginning to notice you. I mean, besides being 6 foot forever, it's the words that you use to describe, and it's never too late to change and get you going in the right path.
And you'll appreciate this story. Joy's motivation. You see her in the background.
I can't see nothing. I don't like my face. There's somebody I think that went like this. But why don't you share a little bit about your story, about how you've changed and brought it back?
Well, all my life since I was, I could remember, I was always working out. I lived in a neighborhood with all hills, so I was kind of always riding up hills, and I used to challenge myself on my bicycle. I used to do sprinting. And at that time, I was introduced to working out through a friend of mine in the neighborhood that absolutely loved working out. She had her brothers, and they had piles of muscle magazines with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno and Corey Everson. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. But of course, I was too young to work out, and my mother wouldn't buy me the weight set. But we moved from that neighborhood with my mom to living with my grandparents, and it wasn't a nice neighborhood at all. It was very dangerous with drugs and prostitution and all kinds of things. And this big, tall blonde, like 13 years old, living in this neighborhood, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get strong. And all I can remember is the muscle and fitness. So I said, Mom, on my 13th birthday, I want a weight set. And she did. She got me a weight set. And I don't know, my parent didn't drive my grandparents nuts, but they were downstairs, I was upstairs. And I started lifting weights from that day forward. And then years went down the line. I've always been a fitness trainer since I was 19. I loved transforming, helping people. And then I got married when I was 14. After 14 years of marriage, I had 3 kids. I stopped working out. I'd say 12 years I didn't work out, and it was absolutely horrible.
But why did you do it, Joy? Why did you stop?
I got in this rut because I live here in Florida by myself. I don't have any brothers and sisters, any family around. I have 2 half brothers, but they're not around here. And I was just on my own, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the guy, you know. And all right, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he's he's smart and blah 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 and all this stuff.
That's really good on paper.
And then I just got all of that. My mindset got into with my kids, and I was constantly with my children, and I just stopped working out. I didn't have any time to myself, and I got into being isolated, no friends. I didn't have my family. My family didn't even know what was going on. I couldn't tell them because what could they do? They couldn't help me. So many years passed, and I was getting more and more mentally like in a wreck. But then I had a friend in the neighborhood ask me to go to this little church event, and I started going. And just that motivation of hearing good messages and meeting other women that had children, and little by little getting out of a situation of that mindset, and just putting my head together and saying, okay, I got to do something about this eventually. And I just kept praying and praying, and I had a plan, but I couldn't execute it yet because my kids were too little, and I had
So
nobody
you
to
did
help me.
you stayed in your situation because you were with
I
the
had
kids.
no way out. And
With the
I
kids. Well, you had a way
and,
out,
and
but
my mind was just it
Exactly.
wasn't- it
But
was
think
in
about
a
how
different
interesting that is.
situation.
For her to say, I had no way out, but you did.
Yeah, but I had
And-
no way out in that mind time frame.
Right,
of
but
my
think how many
mind,
people, women
of
are
my
like that.
mind, the way my mind was, I was crippled. I was like, whoa. Even though I was getting fed good stuff and I was meeting people, I just still had that mindset of, how do I get out of this? And you can't see any way out. You're blinded. So little by little, as I progressed to go, go to church and be around people that were positive reinforcement to me, I started breaking free out of that mindset and doing more meditation and going down the beach with my kids. And little by little, people started coming into my life and helping me. And also it helped helping other people that were brought into my life. My friend Tracy, which I mentioned, I'm not going to get into everything, and Kara. But you just got to make a plan, and you got to be so determined. I mean, I used to see my kids and I said, I'm getting out of this. I'm going to get out of this. I don't know how. I don't see any way out now, but I'm going to have it. And just that determination. I've always had that strong will.
well, you reduced
know?
your stress, and all of a sudden, as your stress was coming down, you began to see your options, which is, I think, the whole point
Oh,
of this
yeah.
conversation. If you follow a plan, and you made yours, now you waited a long time to follow your plan, so it's never too late to follow the plan. You started to see choices as you began to lower your stress level, right?
Yes.
When you have more clarity, I think if you
Oh,
breathe,
clarity,
right? We
that's the
talked
word.
about this before when we had Ann Butters on. If you breathe and you have clarity, you can see what your options are or are not, and then you make those adjustments. And it doesn't mean you go from A to Z today to tomorrow, right? It doesn't mean you
Yeah,
pick up, unless you have
it
to
was a
pick up and move and take
process.
your kids. But you had this idea, you knew your plan, and you executed the plan.
It took many years, but like I said again, it was like, chiseling little by little as I kept stepping out and going, being around people that were speaking life into me and hanging around with other women with kids. And then I wasn't isolated anymore. It took steps. The beach helped a lot, but you have to be really willing. And even though I couldn't see the end of the rainbow, when the light started coming through, and I said, wow, there is, little by little, I couldn't see everything, but I said, okay, I'm just going to keep moving forward. And the more I wanted it, the more people started coming into my life and helping me. And once my kids were old enough, I just executed a plan, and I did everything in a year, from the divorce to work to moving out. I did everything in a year because I was totally determined.
Well, it's funny because the
Yeah.
beach became your ointment,
Yes.
became her tranquility pillow until you could actually see above the bar. Now, I want to throw out a curveball because
Because what else would a Wednesday be without a Freddie Kerr?
what else would it be? So what is it you're getting involved and you're changing your game and you're doing and seeing things, and all of a sudden you're surrounded with friends who give you the bad advice, who tell you, you got to stay there. You can't be moving out. This ain't about you no more. It's about your
I never
kids'
listened
About
life.
your
to
kids.
But this is the question.
She says no.
This is the question. And she says no now because she's there now. She's at the bar. But at the time when you are weakest, when you are at your highest stress level and not your clearer thought mind level, and you have friends around you that give you the wrong
I
advice,
mean, when people feed into the fears and they grow your fears,
everybody
and that
feeds into the fear.
negativity,
They won't give you no
and
money,
they
but they'll give you
diminish
free
you,
fear.
That part, when
Yeah.
they diminish you and they squash your dreams.
When they
that,
think that they're miserable and they want you to be just as miserable, yeah, I'm saying it.
They cut you down.
They cut you down.
Oh, I had
And some
that.
people come out and they sharpen that blade while they're cutting you down. How do you walk away from it and say, you know something? I'm going to go right to you. How do you walk away? I'm not going to give them a magic pill. I ain't going to do that. How do you say thank you, but no thank you?
It's very difficult. I think the message that we have here is one of hope for women who are in very stressful situations in their marriages and feel the stress is really bringing them down. Or I work a lot with cancer patients, breast cancer patients, and some of them are given a really terrifying diagnosis, which eliminates hope for them. And I say, don't believe that. I worked with the first lady of a South American country who was sent home from Sloan Kettering to die. And her office called me and said, can you do anything? Well, 6 months later, she was in remission, and 1 year later, she is fine, and that's 10 years ago.
Wow.
So please believe that some of these things, doing lymphatic drainage and taking remedies and learning stress tools, you can fight back. You just got to get your body strong, and you have to have someone at the end of the phone that you can trust who will be there to support you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting, and
True.
everyone knows this year my dad's been in and out of the hospital. Well, he bought himself another hospital stay this weekend.
Yeah, but listen to this story and listen to its components of the
He
story.
went in Friday for another cardiac cath, and they did what they could do. They couldn't do as successful as they wanted. He gets admitted because it was late in the afternoon. They put him in ICU on Saturday. My dad's almost 80. This is his 7th hospital stay now in about 5 months. Saturday they go, we got to run tests. He says, my vision is funny. We're going to call an ophthalmologist. I think you need a bypass. We're going to call in a cardiothoracic surgeon. Sunday comes, Monday comes, now Tuesday comes. Now he's feeling really good in the hospital. They put him on new meds. The meds don't work. Tuesday comes yesterday. He's been there since Friday. And on Monday I said to my mom, I am so frustrated because all they're doing is feeding him fear. Fear that this could be wrong and this could be wrong and this could be wrong. And what happens? They keep him in ICU. Then they move him to a room with no windows. Now he's been there for 5 days. He's almost 80. He's doing great. They moved to a room with no windows. I get in the car last night to head down to visit him. Halfway down, I get a call. I checked myself out. He says, I'm getting no answers. All they're doing is making me feel crazy and claustrophobic, and I have to get out of here. So he said, if I can walk myself out of ICU to the front door in the car, I'm leaving. If I can't walk out, I'll go back in. He walked out. I get to their house. He's at the mailbox. He says, I feel fine. I haven't walked this far in months. I feel good. Why am I sitting in ICU waiting for them to run tests if they don't know and nobody comes in to see me? So he left. But a half hour before that, I tell my daughter, she starts to cry on the phone. Grandpa needs bypass. A half hour later, I said, Grandpa's home. She says, why? I said, because you always have to have faith, because you never know when that's something triggers, as you say, that says, you know what, you got to go. You got to fight for your life and say, you know what, I'm taking it back. And he did. Now, I don't know what today has. I haven't gotten a phone call, so I guess he's doing pretty good. But he walked out of ICU. He said, I'm done.
Well, sometimes, I mean, this is not to say you don't listen to your doctors.
But he felt
Listen.
good. The moral of the story was he felt well enough to walk out of ICU.
But you ever gone to a doctor and they tell you, I got some bad news for you?
Right?
And I'm saying, what are you talking about, doc? I feel like I'm top of the world. Well, you got something. And you're very sick. All of a sudden, you're buying into this. What do you mean I'm very sick?
Right.
He says, yeah, Freddie, this is... I mean, when I went into ICU, they didn't greet me
you
with
were very sick.
They didn't greet me with a postcard that says, we want to send you to Hawaii. They told me, get your papers in order. You ain't leaving. I says, I'm walking out of here.
Sure.
But it's very few people who buy in when somebody tells you you're very ill, and all of a sudden you're buying in.
Well, it's easier to, right?
To the
Wasn't
fear.
it easier for you, Joy, to buy into this negative life of,
Yes.
here's the breadwinner, and this is what I'm supposed to do, and this is what I was told is the perfect family. I can lose me for my kids, right? Because now it's about my kids. If I lose myself, it's okay because my kids will be great. But what happens? Your kids mirror you,
Exactly.
right,
Yeah.
Yolanda?
Yes, it is so true. I mean, I was down to a point like that where I was in a bad situation, and I said, I have to do this for my kids.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
all
look
it
up to
narrows
me.
down to, because then on top of it, the environment isn't healthy for them as well. So they're in an environment that's not healthy, and that was eating at me. But until I came to that place where I started feeling like, wow, I'm empowered. I can do this, and like I said,
But you had to say that.
I had to keep
That's
saying
where-
it.
but
You
that's
have to
where it
keep
begins.
confessing
There you
it.
go.
You have to keep saying
Okay.
it. And when people say, I didn't really have anybody say, oh, stay in this situation. I didn't. But when people start, I don't share my dreams with many people. I don't even tell some people that I'm going to on TV or some of the things I'm going to be doing, because unfortunately, sometimes the closest people around you aren't going to be happy.
That's
for you.
right. They'd like you to
So-
succeed, but they don't want you to be too
Or
successful.
they're going to say, well, you know, no. So I don't say anything. Or if they say anything, I don't even listen to them because I know what I want.
But you were always this way, or in those 14 years, you were listening?
No, I was still sitting there going, oh, you know, but I just couldn't do anything.
And the other,
I
I'm gonna tell you, the other thing you have going
I was
against
like,
you,
oh.
when people look at you, I mean, you're 6 foot forever, and you're powerful.
Yeah.
Women, men, and children, even dogs and birds, are gonna say, "This lady got it all together. What's she talking about?"
She's like Wonder Woman.
You go, Yolanda, you ain't got no problems. You're making this thing up. It doesn't exist, right? They look at you, everybody says, Dawn ain't got an issue in the world at all. Meanwhile, you don't know what you're going through. What is the shoe thing? Walking people's shoes?
Exactly what it's like to walk in somebody's shoes.
Some
And you
people-
never know what it's like behind closed doors.
But you do.
Only,
right? But
only
you
you
do.
know your story, right? And your story is even different than the other people living on the other side of that door because that's their narrative.
Yep. And you got to make it work, and you got to push yourself to get there, you know. And tell us about the book real quick.
Yes, the book is Do You Dread Monday Mornings? And so many of us do dread Monday mornings. And this is a book of hope with lots of tips and tools to help you manage Mondays and not be defeated by it. I don't want anyone to feel that they've lost hope. And people read it and laugh. You just open the book anywhere, read a funny story and say, wow, well, if she can do this, I went to 11 countries on my own, worked my way around the world, and it was very scary a lot of the time. But when I did it, I felt empowered. And this book is to help you empower yourself.
How can people get it?
On Amazon, and I will make a suggestion. Any of you feeling that you're stressed out, you can email me and have a 10-minute, 15-minute consultation about your stress and what you can do about it. And my email is speaker12001@yahoo.
She comes very prepared.
Yeah, she's like a walking
So
billboard.
please feel free to call me about if you have cancer or you've had a bad diagnosis and you're feeling that the world is coming to an end. You can call me and we'll have a brief free conversation and let me give you some advice and some inspiration.
And Joy, how can people find you? Because your story of motivation, we talked yesterday, is spectacular, and we do so much with women and empowerment. And here you are. I mean, even not only have you embraced your life and your kids, but here you are, 6 feet tall, right? Absolutely magnificent. You say, I love being in Amazon, like Wonder Woman. I feel like if you just spin in
That's
circles,
because Dawn
you
is
could
only 5
fly
feet tall.
and go.
She's going to keep doing that, by the way.
But you know what?
Dawn, we can stretch you.
I like being little.
I can put you in the back of my
I
car.
like
You're holding
being
to a
about,
pole.
as Faith Washington says, like this size, like the Dawn doll. But I'm so amazed that she has embraced her beauty, right? And there are so many women who say, I were petite. The little girls always get the tall men. I've heard these stories my whole life.
I never heard that
less.
before.
Right,
I
the
never
little
heard that
ones
before.
always get the tall men, and little ones and petite ones, you always get this, and this. But I'm big and I'm tall, and you know what?
She can have
You are
anybody she
magnificent.
wants, and if you don't behave, she
She's
squish you.
magnificent. And she embraces
That would be
it.
nothing but
And
sneakers.
she teaches and she motivates, and you've got 3 children, and you walk the walk, you talk the talk, and you go and you get it and you do it. And that's what's so impressive.
Yeah, and I actually got a lot of exciting things already happening with modeling, and I'm going to be branding and spokesperson. I got a lot of really cool stuff going on. And
Future's
like I
bright.
said, it's all your mindset.
That's right.
You know, that mindset. I woke up this morning and, I get battled with my brain, but affirmations, like you said with your toolbox, having a toolbox of affirmations. I listen to some motivational speakers. I write things down. I mean, I work sometimes really hard at it, especially in
But
the
now
morning.
you're seeing it.
Yeah.
You're seeing, and it's going to
And it's
pay
not
you
going
back.
to be instant. I mean, you
No.
got to work on this every single solitary day.
That's right. You got to keep going.
Every day.
And on bad days, you got to
Yes.
go twice.
How do
Yes.
people find you?
Fitness #4 Joy on Facebook and also Instagram and LinkedIn. Fitness #4 Joy.
And Yolanda, thanks for joining us. People can
My
find you
pleasure.
on air on Monday nights.
On Monday nights, 7 p.m. And I also launched my own company, All Bits Tech. So they can reach me at 754-444-8309. That's IT consulting company. So for all your IT needs.
Look at how much she's evolved.
I
Haven't
remember.
seen her in a while.
I remember. She's out of her shell. as
I
they
know,
say.
red lipstick and all. I remember the first time we had a makeup line here and you rocked that red lipstick and she's
Yes.
still rocking it.
Yeah, she's doing good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So what are we doing now?
We're going to switch over to our 1 o'clock hour. I'm waiting for Jen G, but I don't see her yet.
She's probably buying IBM or something.
She's probably buying another company or selling one. We've got Fem City in the house. We've got Andrew. Have your book?
Yeah.
All right. More women empowerment. Also to be airing on WSBR on Friday.
On 2+2. Remember,
We'll be back in 2 and 2. Who said that, by the way?
that's channel 12, the one to turn to.
2 and 2.
The one to
Give us a
turn.
call, 888-565-1470. And we'll be right back.
A little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Hello. No one would have known that I was in the service.
I got home, got married 2 weeks later, got a job.
We came back, built lives, families, and communities, but we still had challenges.
The carnage of war left an indelible mark on me.
I would have intrusive thoughts. They're horrible nightmares.
Services and support that can help are available for veterans.
I went to the VA, talked to my doctor.
I started doing groups. I started doing one-on-one counseling.
We found ways to move past these challenges for ourselves and for our families. At MakeTheConnection.net, you can hear our stories and find tools and services available to you.
The more I talk to people, family, friends, other vets, the better I feel.
Hello.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome, welcome, welcome. Joe, can you hear me, Joe? Now you don't hear me at all. Can you hear me now, Joe? Can't hear me. Okay, go to commercial. We'll come right back.
Yes, now I hear you. Now I hear you.
Okay, good. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe.
As I said, it's Monday here.
I don't know why.
It's Monday.
There's digital stuff going on.
It's Monday.
There are gremlins. For all of you that are watching today, we are just trying to get the sound out. Joe, if it doesn't work, then what you do is you go to commercial break.
I will let you know.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Oh, we heard Joe now.
Happy Monday to you, Freddie. I mean, Wednesday.
What is wrong with you?
It feels like Monday. That's like a Monday technical glitch. We've had a very long weekend. We've had a lot of meetings, and we were talking about stress. Stress. I don't know what happened to my book. I hope Suzanne didn't take my book.
I have
Suzanne's
mine.
still here.
I have my book.
Do you dread Monday mornings?
Where's your book?
I don't know.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. She signed it to Freddie.
Well, good. I don't know what happened to mine.
That's right. So don't take my book.
Mine is bookmarked somewhere, but do you dread Monday mornings? I feel like today is a Wednesday afternoon, but it's like a Monday morning all rolled into one.
Is today Monday?
It is Wednesday.
Where
now
you
got
come
me
from?
confused.
Hey, fella.
Where did you come from? I didn't even see you sneak in here.
Dropped out of the sky just
fella.
to be here.
She flew
Hey,
out of
fella.
the sky. Hey, fella.
Genji
Genji
in the
is
house.
on the set. Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome to all our friends all over the U.S. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't steal my line. What's his name? The guy who does that?
Yeah.
Don't steal my lines, because if you do, I'm going to make you pay.
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I heard Jimmy Fallon go, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad nobody watches us, but yet everybody watches us, Freddie. I'm just saying. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It is a wonderful Women's Wednesday with Fem City in the house. Women's Business Wednesday. We're talking at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call at 888-565-1470. Our first hour, we had Fitness for Joy. I think they're still, I don't know who's still here, but they're all welcome to stay. We also have Suzanne St. George with us on Do You Dread Monday Mornings and alleviating stress and the remedies that we can have. We've got Fem City in the house. Yolanda was with us. She started a new tech company. I feel like I'm talking in cryptic language today because I'm just talking and everyone's doing their thing. It is Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Tomorrow we are live on location at La Chloe on Southwest 18th Street, right in your neck of the woods, Jen. So we're going to be over there with some rolled ice cream, a cafe. We've got a lot of people joining us. So if you are in the area of Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road, come on out, say hello, have some coffee, have some rolled ice cream, have a little pastry. They've got great sandwiches, and they are so nice. They're Vivian and Eric are just spectacular owners. What are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm really trying to do this out of it, but my peripheral vision, by now I've seen wires going, and you hooked yourself up, you bunged into your shirt. Freddie's very busy over here.
What happened was I pulled the stupid wire out, and I'm wondering why I can't hear nothing, and I put it back in. I couldn't hear you. Just keep going.
You know how many things you can do at once until finally you go, I just got to
take out
find
my
out what
violin.
you're doing. But this show, I think, is going to be re-aired on Friday on WSBR. So thank you to WNN and Bob Moranci and Jody, because last Wednesday's show was our first airing on Friday on WSBR at 11 o'clock.
That's right.
On 96.9 FM, 103.9. Is that a 3?
Yes, this is 7:40 a.m., 96.9 FM, 103.9 FM. That don't look like a 3? And of course, we're on 95.3 and 1470 FM.
And yesterday, you've had a big announcement.
Big announcement.
Rub it on your meat is all I can say.
Rub it on your meat for our new studio in North Miami. And this is, do we have the video? Yeah. Let's put the video up.
5 words.
Let's put the video. I don't know how many words that is.
Rub it on your meat.
Yes.
Is all I can say, courtesy of Don Pablo Growers and Roasters, and now they have a new meat rub.
And they are actually selling this stuff, which has a background with coffee grounds, Himalayan salt, and some other ingredients which he wouldn't tell us what it was.
And this is the kitchen at Don Pablo. We went to see the coffee roasters, and they do all of our branding and our coffee bags. And we went to this warehouse, and oh my gosh, 2 hours later,
there it is.
They have a kitchen. They have a test kitchen. They make coffee beer. They make coffee wine with cranberry juice. I don't know. Everything was just spectacular.
Vodka, brandy, red wine. It's the best. But this is Rub It On Your Meat, which we're going to send to the radio station so they can put it on the air as well.
Rub it on your meat.
Because we are going to be doing remotes, and we're going to take our sponsor with us, our affiliate in North Miami. We will be having, hopefully in 2 weeks, a production studio down there. We're going to send the kids down there. We're going to do a show down there. North Miami now is not out of our reach.
It's a great studio. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
What they have put into this studio is absolutely spectacular. How they roast their coffee, and talk about non-automated. The machines do the automation, but the manpower that it takes to still put in the coffee beans, to roast it, to bag it, to pack it, to K-cup it. Their K-cups are biodegradable.
I know.
And most of them are not, just so you know, all of you K-cup users, they are plastic. Don Pablo's happen to be biodegradable, which is really spectacular. Some more to come with that. And thank you for this amazing coffee. We don't know what's coming next. We've got some coffee with tequila infused in it, some vodka infused. And I asked for you yesterday again, Jen, because I know you're my drinking buddy.
That's right.
But the thing is, the alcohol disperses out, but you still have that aroma in the coffee. There was one we smelled, and it smelled just like vodka. But no more vodka in it once they roast it. So there's a lot going on with that, and that's coming up thanks to Don Pablo. More to come with
Hopefully
that
in
North
2
Miami
weeks.
studio.
Now they have a studio. It's just humongous, tremendous. I mean, it's huge.
Green room,
Green room, black curtains, the whole nine, right? Top of the line, because he only does top of the line. And then they go to this VIP green room that has a bar, it has a kitchenette, and that's where you can network or get ready for the show. And of course, you have to go into the makeup room because he has on staff somebody's going to do your makeup, and they have the lights and everything cooking, right? And if you need to do a sound over, he has a booth that is all egg coned out.
Really?
And it
That's
is
amazing.
highly
Oh my
perfect. You
gosh.
could do music in this cone. And of course, all the machinery outside. And I looked at Scott, who did a fantastic job, and kudos to Scott. Scott used to do commercials on Comcast. He was a salesman for somebody that I competed against in the day for Comcast Business, Blue Wave. He used to work for them. So when he heard what we were doing and he sees how we're doing it in such a small space, meanwhile, they got Grand Central Station down there.
Every room was another hallway, another corridor, another marketing, another room, another.
And that's just one side of the building. What about the other side of the building where he has, we're going to do a
When are we
cooking
going?
show. We're going to do a cooking
Oh,
show.
good. I'll host.
We have, he has a kitchen.
No.
He has a beautiful kitchen.
I'll do it.
You cook?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
I'm a good cook.
What do you cook?
I cook everything. I make bread, challah, fish, chicken,
You
desserts.
make bread and challah?
I definitely
And
do.
fish and chicken. She makes everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
And almond flour banana cake.
Do you?
Wow.
Really? Are
Yes.
you married?
Yes.
And her ex-husband is not Federico, just saying.
Well, I found somebody here in a Federico.
I know, and I
help
think
her.
she left. I don't know
She-
what Fitness
she
for
ran
Joy
out
went.
when she
She
heard.
ran out. You scared her away.
But we want to do something vegan versus, something food versus man type of deal. We're
Oh,
going
I
to do a
love it.
segment there. But I'm just going to talk to him about maybe doing the Christmas party for all our sponsors at this. I mean, this place is gorgeous.
Can you do multiple shows out of that
Oh
location?
my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You could do multiples out of that
Wow.
location.
He has enough room. I mean, he's getting more room. He's taking another 8,000 square feet.
That's awesome.
It's
I
crazy.
can't wait to see
Does
it.
he have
It's
like
crazy.
30,000 square feet, I think?
30, but he says, he says, I'm going to buy the building, but it's a little too big. I said, well, how big is the building? 84,000.
I would
She's
love
gonna
to
take
cook
it.
there. I have a
Oh, you
feeling.
would have
I
a
want to cook.
ball.
I want to cook.
And when you cook, you have to drink coffee, wine. He has a red wine coffee. Oh, my goodness.
And it was cold. So we walk in, and of course, the cran apple juice had the coffee in it, and we're drinking that cold. Who walks in? The animator, turns on the stove, see if it's working.
Of course you did.
Animator. You gotta love him.
Is that where it was beeping?
Yes, he was playing with the stove.
I just ran out of there so fast.
But we got a lot going on at the Brooklyn Cafe, so stay tuned for more details on the North Miami studio opening up. If you have a business in Miami or South Broward or anywhere in that vicinity looking for studio space, we can get that, and then we can still do production remotely or send one of our crew over there to do that. So we're not only now in South Palm Beach County, I also think we're going to be looking up in North Palm Beach County with Jen, and
I got some news for you.
we're
on
meeting
that.
I got
him
news for
tomorrow.
you.
I got news for you.
news
I got
for you.
people already are lining up for this thing up there because we have the Children's Television Network we're going to be producing.
Awesome.
And this is going to be a TV radio program by kids with special circumstances.
I love it. I love
So
it.
it's going to be the adults looking and the kids marching and doing whatever they got to do
Yeah.
to make this work. And we are very excited about this. This is a dream that I've been chasing for years. Because I've always wanted to do this and I didn't find the right players to help me do it. Now, Tenet Hospital, David Lupino was here today. We had David.
Yes.
Is that his name?
Yes.
I got it right. Holy smokes. He was here today, and there's all these elements and lining it up and making it work, and the kids producing so you never forget what they do, and this is to help kids.
Right, so we got a lot going on, and today is Women's Wellness Wednesday in business, and that's going on. Suzanne, I think you're still here. Yes. Talked about stress, Monday morning stress. So if you have a hard time eliminating your Monday morning stress, go ahead and order her book. Do you dread Monday mornings? And there's different remedies and different botanicals. And there was one we smelled. What was it called? Something beam.
Hornbeam.
Hornbeam. And she says it has
Scotch.
It has no smell. Freddie and I smell and we go, Scotch.
Scotch.
Pretty much. Scotch, right? She goes, yeah, that smells a little like alcohol.
Now, I'm going to tell you, when you read this book early Monday mornings, eat something or do something that you enjoy for yourself. I don't care if you paint your nails. I don't care if you cut your hair. And if you're a guy and you want to lift a barbell, do that. But do something that you enjoy. Take 15 minutes out of your day for the whole week, that Monday morning, and make it so it's your 15 minutes.
Have you ever noticed, though, I don't know about you, do you read books a lot?
No, because you take them all.
Well, that too. But we do have another author. We've got Ann Dector with us. When I finally sit down to read, which is rare, Jen, because I'm always working. I'm like, all right, I'm going to breathe and read. 20 people come up to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the price of being
sitting
famous.
down? Well, no, that was at my house. It was my son, my daughter, my husband, the girlfriend, the dog. Everyone comes, sits on my lap, and I'm thinking, wait, what about me opening a book, sitting outside by the pool? People don't know, oh, look, you have a whole bookmark here.
Put it away, please. Put it away.
It'll be my little secret. No one will ever know.
The bottom line, Dawn, you have to learn to pace yourself when you read material.
Where do you go?
Guys all go to one place.
Yeah, I knew you were going to
Where
say
do guys
that.
go to read, right?
We know.
Now, have you ever noticed
Don't
that you
your
can
legs fall asleep,
barricade
though?
yourself in a bathroom and your significant other,
They
your
still
husband,
come
your
in?
wife, your girlfriend, the dog, the cat, the bird,
So come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you doing? I love that question.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I'm
Where
building a
are you?
house. What are you doing? I am digging for gold. I don't know what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing?
But what about on the other side? I can't go to the bathroom without the whole family chasing
I got
me
6
in there.
bathrooms.
I can't.
I got 6 bathrooms.
Again, back to reading the book.
I got 6 bathrooms. There's many places you can go. And there's outside by the tree. But the bottom line here is that why is it that a man's throne, his purpose in life is to sit in a bathroom and there's always somebody. What are you doing?
Your
What are you
purpose
doing?
in life is to sit in a bathroom?
How do you think
By
I
the
get
time you get out of the
educated?
bathroom, Jen has already bought and sold 3 more companies.
That's why
Pretty
Jen is
much.
scary.
Pretty much.
That's why Jen is a scary individual.
No.
Where do you think I get all my knowledge from? I love to go into the bathroom and watch the Mets play on my phone because nobody watches baseball in my house.
Seriously?
So I go in there to watch the Mets, and they happened to win last night. Hit a grand slam. I was like, yes! What are you doing? Are you having a party in there by yourself?
What are you doing? No, that doesn't really happen.
What are you doing?
Really?
Yes. So it's the same thing with you. You got your whole family on your lap trying to read a book.
Even the dog.
Yeah, you
So I
gotta
got my
go.
dog and I got the dog. Yes, I know.
And these tips are
That's
free
what
of
happens.
charge for all of you.
That's what happens on
Free
a long
of
weekend.
charge.
Free of charge. If you want to read a book, even Joe tells me, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go read a book.
Told you, it's like Monday morning here at the cafe. It's how long we've been off.
I don't know how long was the last time we were on the air. This is ridiculous.
Friday.
All right, so let's get into what we got to get into.
We also got a big announcement. Jen.
Oh.
Jen G.
Hey.
Big announcement.
So I am launching another company, a new company
Another
called
one.
MobiPop. And
Yes.
MobiPop is marketing made simple. And we will do all your marketing needs, including setting up and managing your virtual business card. Products that we are going to have include drip campaigns, click funnels.
What the hell is a drip campaign?
Oh,
Thank you.
a drip campaign is when you go to your viewers and you tease them, and then you release content strategically that brings the viewers closer to you.
Where's Samantha? Samantha, where are you?
She's not here.
She here? She's gone. Samantha and I were talking. I don't know how to name.
Yes, it's called
Drip campaign.
Drip campaign. So we manage all that for you. So if you have an event, we upload the content. We're content creators. We will do a drip campaign through email and text. We will do a drip campaign for your events. And it all goes through the virtual business card that we create. So now we'll create your virtual business card and we will upload your show every day rather than relying on somebody else who may or may not be available to upload the show.
that
So
is
this
a
has
home run
taken
right
the
there.
other virtual business card concept to a whole nother level.
Right, so we white labeled vCard Global and started MobiPop. So we're using some of that platform and some of that technology, but when you buy a virtual business card, it's $69. Great. Nobody sets it up for you unless you know me.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a fact. Unless you know me. And then I spend my time doing it, but then you have to use it. And if you don't use it, it's worthless. So that technology in itself, right? So without action, you can have the best idea, but without action, it's worthless. We are taking that and we're like putting it on steroids.
So basically, you're going to do the work that people say, I don't want to do the V card because I'm not computer.
That's right. And
savvy.
the other piece of it is when you get your MobiPop subscription, you get a box, right? So marketing it in the box.
best part.
And in the box, we will give you a bunch of tools. And one of the tools we're putting in the box is for the back of your window, and it'll have the name of your company. It'll also have to 80800 text cafe. And now this is mobile marketing. Everywhere you go, people will see cafe, they'll text it on location, in North Miami, at Publix,
Wait a minute,
wherever
wait a
you
minute,
go.
wait a minute,
have
wait
our
a minute.
picture
Wait a
on it.
minute,
Yeah.
I want a box. When this is coming out?
We're probably about 2.5, 3 weeks out to launch.
Okay.
And here's what we're gonna do. This is what I love about this idea. We're gonna film unboxings when people get their MobiPop box. And we're gonna film it and we're gonna put it on our Facebook page, on YouTube. We'll put
That's
it
a
with you
riot.
guys.
That's a
And
riot.
now it's all value. Now you say, I just got my MobiPop box, and you take it out and then you put your cling up. What does it look like on your window? What's your business? And now we're helping to market you. So the value that we add is insanity.
You know what I realized? You know, everyone has these short codes, and I get them. I get traffic updates all the time from City of Boca Raton. You get things for Bloomingdale's. You get things from AT&T. Those are your short codes. So, for people who don't understand what a short code is, when you have these 877 dash numbers come up, that's a short code. So with MobiPop, it'll still be 80800, and then your short code will be whatever message it is you're typing. For us, it's cafe. So when people who say, what is that number? You get them all the time. You probably just never knew there was a name for it. So maybe that explains it
That does.
better for people.
Definitely explains it. We will, on the window cling, have a graphic of a phone with the number and the message, because we want to make sure that we drive people to it, and what better way than with an actual graphic.
And of course, no texting and driving.
No
and
texting and driving.
I've got enough trouble as it is.
Yes.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with Ann Dector. We're going to talk about your book, which is You Aren't Here to Be Good, You Are Here to Be Better. We've got Fem City in the house, and of course more with Gen G and MobiPop. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Do a contact submission.
And we're back.
And we are back at Brooklyn Cafe on a wonderful Women's Business Wednesday. Give us a call at 888-565-1470. We've got Gen G, who is no better business woman entrepreneur than I can ever think of. And of course, surrounded by Fem City and Ann Dector. You aren't here to be good, you're here to be better. It's like a whole book author's day we got going on.
Say
here,
it again,
Freddie.
what's the name of the book?
You are not here to be good, you are here to be better. And I see Ann, I've known Ann for a very long time.
Don't give it away.
Since our kids were little, since our boys were little,
Yeah,
so a long time since preschool. So
15 minutes.
Put it that way. And I don't know if you're still here. There, I can't miss her.
What's the matter with you?
But I want to talk about evolution in life. When
Who
I
are you
met
looking
Ann,
for?
I am looking for our tall Wonder Woman. Looking for Joy, who's over there. Talk about, women who have changed their life and see things that weren't always the way you thought they should be. Ann is a perfect example of that. And you've created this book called You Aren't Here to Be Good, You're Here to Be Better. And I see you all over social media. You are doing live, you are having meetings at your home, you are doing it around holidays, you are doing it on, I feel like, Sam I am.
Yeah, but I share a very same situation or story. I was also, what brings you to these places of growth and awareness is what I call in the book wake-up calls. You have very stressful times in your life. You have moments that are very, very unsettling, full of chaos, pain, and suffering. And some people rise to the occasion. Some people it takes a little bit longer. It took me 13 years to leave my first marriage. So it took me a long time I had to find out ways to move forward. I just didn't know what I didn't know at that point, and it was very challenging.
I didn't know what I didn't know. I like that. That's true, though.
That's why she's an author,
Right?
because she knows how to pronounce.
I didn't know what I didn't know. You know, it's like hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah. And looking back, would I change it? Look, everything happens for a reason. I firmly believe that. And it takes you to the next in life. It takes you to next. And the next took me to leaving the marriage that wasn't healthy. It took me to studying many different spiritual disciplines, writing this book, becoming a coach, an author, a spiritual mentor, a leadership educator. And now I am launching my first online course. So that's next.
So what's on the online course? What does it do for you?
So my main thrust with this is that there are challenges in life. Everybody has challenges, right?
True.
Everyone. Death, taxes, and challenges. There you go. That's life. And when people say to me, no, I don't want to live with the challenges. I don't want it anymore. I mean, I want to get off. Well, you can't get off. I mean, if you get off, it's like game over, right? And the funny thing is that the laws of reincarnation share with us is that if you think you can get off and that's it, you're not going to have to go through this again. Big mistake, because you're going to have to come back and do it again. But when you come back, it's intensified, 10 times intensified. It's brutal. It's harder. Why? Because you didn't listen to the first wake-up call.
You know how interesting is that we have never talked about that on the show because no one ever, but I'm glad you brought it up because you and I talk about this offset all the time, about energy and how energy perpetuates in different lifetimes, right? But there are many that don't even reach that subject. So I'm really glad you did, because it's not you and I bringing something up. It's you. It's Anne bringing it up.
Okay, I can do the woo-woo if you want, okay?
No, I think it's fantastic because it is what it is. There are many books, and whether you believe in this theory or not of energy continuing to live through lifetimes, there is validity to it, in my opinion.
There's spiritual universal truths. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Good Morning America.
Okay.
I switched to Good Morning America because my want to turn to change the people on there, so I didn't watch it. So Good Morning America had the gentleman Trebek, Alex Trebek, who's going through pancreatic cancer. And they're talking about, because usually that cancer you survive weeks. This is what killed Terry.
Patrick Swayze too.
Yep. So all of a sudden they're challenging the doctors to come forward, the scientists to come forth with ways of getting better. And they were the first ones to admit holistic medicine on the air. And there was the lady treating him was on the air, and she was talking about, listen, part of the battle is believing that you're going to heal and stop listening to the noise.
Part of that, if I can, it's so important because there are certain energies that exist. Okay, I'm doing woo-woo a little bit, okay?
You can do it however you want to do. I'm just really glad you brought it up.
There are certain energies that are really dominant in the week. And one of the energies that's dominant in this week is the fact that your words have the power to create. So when you sit, God forbid, in front of a doctor and they say to you, you have, 2 weeks to live?
Right.
You know, people go home and they sit and they fester on that, and it becomes almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's
and
right.
I think something was mentioned prior with your
about
your
stress,
guest
we
before.
talked about that, Suzanne.
Right. So your words, it's really one of the keys I talk about in here is, and it'll be on the online course, is how to monitor your internal dialogue. How to change that negative self-talk to always monitor. It's like you're almost one beat behind. It's like a lag. You know, on a TV, there's a lag when you're doing different languages. When you're doing, so that's the same thing. We have to start really monitoring what's going on, because you would be amazed. Again, it falls into you don't know what you don't know. What you tell yourself, it's disgusting. How we talk to ourselves, the negative things we say to ourselves. And once you become aware and you understand that words create, it's a big wake-up call.
You're way ahead of the game.
It's funny because we talked about this last week, and Jen said, really, people do that?
Yeah.
You went, people have negative self-talk?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And you don't.
I pat myself on the back all the time. Even when I fail, I'm like, you gave it a try. You go. Like,
and that's the best way to do it.
But that's what separates you, Jen,
Right.
from a lot of people. Not to say that she's better or worse than anybody else, but it's the attitude.
She's growing from good to better.
Well, you know, I remember
great.
when I first met Jen, I was going through a real difficult time, and not even Dawn knows this. And it was her energy and the words and her inspiration about going for it. Not to mention that she was a high school student at my alma mater high school in New York. We were at different times, but she was a teacher there. And I said to myself, you know something, Jen is sending out a message. You know, you get 7 messages a day. If you can't read them, it's on you. But every day, I can always point out 7 messages. You got them. It's there. And that was the first message of the day. And ever since then, I said, you know what? I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going.
You were so sick that day. I remember looking at you at that location shoot thinking, what's wrong? You never sit at a shoot. And you sat at the opposite end of the room, right? But we just met you at a marketing event. And you said to me, go do what you got to do. Take the mic, go do. And you sat there.
Yep, it was the first and last time. And I said to myself, you got to pick it up, you got to go. You got to man up. So, and I looked at you and I said, my goodness gracious. And here is the sign. And sometimes you meet people in an audience who bring books and they bring their stories, and you bring women who you can gather women and bring all that energy under one roof. And there is the signs. And here is another sign. You know, you got to bring it. I know that in life it is tough. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you this. But sometimes you get that little, what they call that on the ship, that round thing that saves life preserver.
Life preserver.
You gotta grab onto it. But you gotta grab on to believe. Not grab on and foo-foo it. You gotta grab to believe. And there it is.
You know, do you know why people don't? Like one of the
Tell
reasons?
me why don't.
In my experience, when things are too difficult or too hard, people don't want to put in the effort. And looking within is probably one of the hardest things that we have to do. It's so much easier to distract with self-medicating, shopping, eating. There are a million and one ways to distract. But again, you're going to have a wake-up call.
But do you think they don't want to put it in? Or they want to put it in, but all the surrounding people around them say, you can't, you shouldn't, Mom, I need.
But is that an excuse?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is it that we don't, as people, want to live a better life? Or is it that we want to, but that might be a small percentage, but maybe there's 90% of, Mom, I need this, I need groceries, the cleaning, the house, your job, the this. And even if you're trying to get out, you want to get out, but you've got all this other negative stuff coming towards you saying you can't.
Okay, what were you saying?
It's fear. It's fear that stops you.
So is it easy to buy
There's
fear?
nothing to be afraid of.
It's
But
easier
is
to do nothing, and then you can just fall back and, okay, whatever happens, happens. But if you put yourself out there, if you take the steps, if you take the action, then if it doesn't work out, then you blame yourself, or you think other people will blame you.
You have to step out of your comfort zone. There's no other way to move forward than to do that. Step into the fear.
Yeah, but do you have enough I don't even want to call it self-confidence. Do you have enough
Determination.
I don't think it's about determination. One of the greatest things we learn is that you must surround yourself with like-minded people. It takes a village. It takes a community. It takes like-minded people who are on a journey, who are moving, to give you that support. And when you start that journey, most of the times people lose a lot of friends because these people are
I was going to ask you that.
Yes. And I say to people when I'm working with them, I say, you know, as you start this new self-actualization and new awareness, if there are people who are the naysayers, gracefully they will depart. You don't have to get into a big fight. It just happens naturally.
So if you're the only cheerleader, if you're the only one with the only pom-poms, everybody else around you is trying to take those pom-poms away, do you walk away?
You find a new group of people to
So do
cheer
you
with.
walk away?
You let it happen naturally. It just, in my opinion, you just stop talking. You used to talk 3 times a day. It goes down to 2 times a day, and then 1 time a day, and then 1 time a week, and
One time a year, yeah.
1 time a year, and it just happens naturally.
Now, do you ever incorporate to say, maybe you should look at it my way and try to get them bending back towards a light?
That's a good one. You know, that's a really good one.
Wait, hold your thoughts.
Okay.
Hold your thoughts, because
Okay.
I want you to think, because I think I know where you're going to go, but I want to go over here.
To Pam or Joy?
Anyone.
Or Patty?
Anybody. What do? Do you swing them back if you see the negative?
Cheering for yourself. You just keep cheering for yourself, and those other people will know what you're doing. They'll know you're cheering, and
they'll say, I want what she has.
Right. If and when they are ready, they will come to you. Otherwise, you know what? You do your thing, and they'll do theirs, and that's okay.
But what complicates that, I'm going to go to Jen, is I want what she has, and I know there are Saturday nights you're out working, because I know you're
Yes.
texting me.
Yeah.
You're not out on date night.
No.
You're working.
I'm working. Right.
And then there's the jealousies. sorry, ladies, we don't all play nice in the sandbox. I want what she has, but why does she? Jealousies?
I mean, I think that I have a bunch of thoughts on this subject. I'm not a very wean people off. Like, I'm a very done. We're good here, and then we're done, and then I move on because I really don't want to waste my energy.
Yep.
And so when you say bring people to the light, I hate negative energy. And so I really surround myself with incredibly positive people. And I can tell fairly quickly where you're going to fall in the barometer for me. So with that said, I do work a lot and really, really hard. Like Memorial Day weekend, people are at picnics, I was building like a website all weekend. I was on conference calls all weekend. I did not go out. And we have a beautiful, beautiful house with a pool and a hot tub, but didn't do any of that stuff. I worked the entire weekend.
And you worked.
Yeah.
But as far as a woman in business and the girl thing and friends, I know when I started what we do, as Ann says, one by one by one. And I love what I do. I wouldn't trade that. You're either my friend for my friend, you're either my friend because I am who I am now. I'm the same as I was then, as I am now, or as Jan says, or Ann, we grow right now. How many fabulous women do we meet here on the set through FemCity, through Jen, business partners, my business acquaintances have now become my friends.
You're the same person, but better.
There you go. The next one is you want to be
So
great.
I want to get your input on this. What do you do? Salem
Okay.
or not Salem?
So what I like to do is keep the door open, because you never know. You continue to do what you've got to do. You don't let anything sway you from your life's. It's all about coming down to what motivates you. Once you identify what your life's purpose and mission is, like Dawn, you're sitting here, and this is not even work to you. This is not work, right?
I just love what
you would do this.
I would do this as long as they keep the door open and the lights on all day. I know you got other things you got to do, but I love to talk to everyone all day.
But that makes the difference because I love what I do.
Right.
And I don't even really have to work, but I love what I do every day, all day. I love it. The challenge, I love meeting the people. I love, building and creating things. To me, that's fantastic.
And then you add to that one very, very important piece is that what we're doing, if we do it with the consciousness behind of healing the world, that everything we're doing has that added element in it, that we are changers. We are, what do you call that? We are, can't think of the word.
Movers and shakers.
We're movers and shakers, but we're movers and shakers for living our life's purpose in order that we can heal the world. And when you add that element, it's a win-win. People feel that you're authentic.
I'm going to give you a man's perspective.
Okay.
Because guys...
Okay, you're a little outnumbered today, Freddie.
I am, but I'm going to be honest. Guys don't save the world. Guys can't save themselves. Guys are different. Guys, we're not as emotionally tied to saving the world. So a guy will say, you know what? Gotta go. Like you. Mm-hmm. Never to be heard from again. Mm-hmm. I mean, most guys do this on first dates with women. If they don't get what they want, see ya. You ever notice how a guy thinks that
What's wrong with you, Ann?
You know what it is? We were raised
by wolves. No.
Less emotion in our. And I can tell you this because I have a sister, and my sister used to sit me down and say, Freddie, you got to understand, you're a male, I'm a female, but I have feelings too, and I learned at a very young age. And my mother was another one who went better than me. There are two sides to every quarter, and the third side is the edge, that's the truth. So the bottom line here is, men aren't emotional. We sort of don't want to save nobody. If you don't match up to what I'm thinking, I could be a friend from a distance. Not so much, though.
I think things are changing a little bit. I
I
think
hope
it's
you're right.
becoming more and more common for business to be in business, not for just making money, but for also to improve humanity.
All right, let's talk about that when we get back from commercial break.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
888-565. You going to remember what it is?
Improving
Better write it
humanity.
down. 1470. 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers and blossom moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments can also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV,
What are
live
you doing?
on.
What is that?
We're back.
What is that?
It's spreading my dreams and my magic and hope. Always comes back to hope.
I
My
love-
woo-woo fairiness and hope. But wait till you see the name of our new building.
We got a new building?
Hope.
That's a new building?
Home of Production and Entertainment. Yep.
You spent all night thinking about that, didn't you?
No, I told you that actually last week, but
remember.
now that it has said it on air, yes, I've trademarked that. Home of Production and Entertainment will be our new building.
Building
Just
of
saying,
hope.
one day we're building dreams, right? Why not call it Hope? And yes, it has an acronym. Now you can remember it.
I gotta swing that by Jen G because she's like,
She wants to improve humanity. Listen to this.
ay, Dios
We
mío,
talked about
papá Dios.
business improving humanity. We talk about it a lot. Tell us, Fem City.
Yes,
Businesses,
City. We
businesses,
are
business for
all
improving
about
humanity.
that. We are all about supporting women in their business and in our communities in a spirit of positivity and gratitude. And it's more than just, hi, my name is Patty Goldenberg, here's my business card, what do you do? It's about really getting to know that person. It's about finding out why they are involved in the business they do, what they are passionate about, and learning how you can support them and connecting them to others. That's what I'm really passionate about myself, is connecting people, whether it's through my other business with the products people need, or whether it's helping them find the right attorney to help them with their business, or just
I like the
great
post
book.
the other day that someone posts. I think Michelle did. I needed
Yes.
a divorce attorney for a friend.
And it
Any
is for a
recommendations?
friend,
A real
not-
friend,
not
which was
for
really
her.
funny.
Yes.
But your products, you gave me a facial mask the other day, and I was actually talking about Jen because yes, what girlfriend time we do when we're texting and emailing all night is we have our masks
We got
on.
our masks.
Patty has a great line of facial masks.
Oh, and serum and eyelash serum, by the way.
We have an eyelash bar coming soon. And Pam Cohen, to me, you live your passion. Talk about restoring humanity. You work in senior centers, and you sing.
Yes.
You sing for seniors.
First, I just want to say that I love being a femme, that Patty Goldenberg is the most awesome president. She is an incredible connector, and I feel very blessed. Thank you for inviting me today. And hi, guys. It's great to be back. My act is called Sincerely Yours, and I'm a lyric soprano, and I put my spin on the Great American Songbook. I sing jazz standards, Broadway show tunes, and opera for retirement communities throughout South Florida. Independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And it is my passion to sing. I like to sing for everyone, but it's extremely rewarding to sing for the seniors because I get to see firsthand the transformation that occurs on their faces. So much joy is on their face. They sing. It's all about engaging my audiences. It's really not about me. It's about them.
And again, it's like we talked about, restoring humanity. And isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? It's not my woo-woo fairy. It goes back to hope and kindness and what we need to be doing for more people.
Woo-woo fairy?
Woo-woo fairy. You know who coined that? Dawn Goldstein.
Oh, is she?
Yep. She says everyone calls her woo-woo fairy. Maybe it's the name Dawn. But you know what? There's enough of us in this room right now to talk about hope. And Jen, what you do what you do for business because you go to help people, right?
Absolutely. And like Pam, I love, and Patty, connecting people. I connect people, and I don't make any money out of it. It doesn't help my business. But I know people who need your service, and I believe in your service. I will connect you. Because people like to do business with what they know, like, and trust.
You know, a lot of what we do, because Joy was with us at Crazy Uncle Mike's, she's going to be a new model for designer KWN.
Oh, there you go.
Is what she told me. So talk about connections.
Very excited about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a nice line as well. We talked about.
Oh, her clothes are absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to wear them.
Yeah, doing a whole bunch of things. But, sometimes it isn't even what you're selling. It isn't. Sometimes it's just putting people together, letting that work,
Which
and then it comes back.
I love watching that whole dynamic unfold, and then to know that people that can help other people. So your network becomes bigger and bigger, and then you make more friends.
And that's part of why we go on location all the time, because we like to make it a networking party. Tomorrow we're at La Chloe on Southwest 18th Street, and we want everyone to come. If we haven't sent you an invite, it doesn't mean we don't want you there. It means we just ran out of fingers on Facebook to send the invite. So please come and network, because you never know. I mean, Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care, she met Chris Rudin, who is this amazing power lifter, this type 1 diabetic with the most incredible prosthetic arm, and he is an inspiration to children and adults and everyone. Now, they've come together just for meeting at Crazy Uncle Mike's last week to work together. Joy, you as well. I
met Karen Williams, as
a
matter of fact, and Jennifer.
And Jen. So you're going to have a Moby Pop app coming soon. And everyone here can be femmes, except you and Chris, and but we can be supportive femmes.
That's right.
I'm not going to say nothing.
Networking is key.
I want to talk to you after the show.
You want a man?
Listen, now tomorrow we're going to be at La Chloe, right?
Yes.
And they are a breakfast. They're opening for breakfast now. They're a real cafe. They're not the Brooklyn Cafe. Is not a real cafe. It is a cafe of people, but it's not food cafe.
Yes.
So we're going down there because I want to team up with him to offer a breakfast networking deal where the Brooklyn Cafe will be there, and we're going to actually serve food.
I think that's great. Suzanne, those slide.
And there you have it. So that's what we are partying tomorrow, to see if we can bring some more action down to Southwest 18th Street.
You've had a lot of people coming tomorrow. And it's all about networking. We don't know who's going to be there, but it's always an open venue when we're out and about. On next Tuesday, we're going to be at Busybody on Boca Raton, because, again, thanks to Christine Kiefer was with us, and she brought in Chris, and then they all brought us over back to Busybody. So it's all about networking in the community.
But do you notice it's not just about networking? Do you notice that it's about attracting like-minded people? That if your come from is all about hope and about helping people and connecting people, you're going to be attracting, you're going to be creating a community. And that's what I love about it, is you guys have created a community of people that come together because of who you are.
And it's funny you say that. I was watching Shark Tank at the gym on the elliptical the other day, and they talked that people start business, men or women, as entrepreneurs, not for the money,
right,
for the independence, which I thought was really interesting. Yes, you agree, Jen?
100%. Yeah, I don't think I could go to a 9-to-5 job and have someone tell me what I need to do next. That would definitely not be something I could go back to.
I can't either.
You know, the only way I can answer that is if you're going to open up a business, and I think you're going to end up hurting yourself. I'm going to say, listen, my experience will show that if you go in that direction, your success rate is less. I mean, you pick whatever you want to pick. But it's interesting you brought that up, because I got to tell you, every day I run into the negative voice. I run into people, you don't know what you're doing. Let me tell you how to negotiate deals. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 18 years.
So you know what? I'm going to add another little part to that.
Of course you are.
Of course I am. So that negative little voice, there's something that we call tikkun. It means to correct. It's a correction. So each one of us is born, and we have something to correct. Some of us, it's anger. Some of us, it's being selfish. Some of us, it's being shy, low self-esteem. Whatever it is, finding our voice. Now, you are always people. These people who come into your life, I call them opportunities. They're opportunities for us, they're wake-up calls, opportunities for us to grow from good to better. So every time someone comes to you as a naysayer and say, you can't do it, you have another opportunity to strengthen those muscles and say, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I'm like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because I've been doing this for years and years and years. You know, I don't even, and now I just listen. I go, well, listen, you have a point of view, let me hear it. And then I go, you may have a point of view. Do I agree with it? No. I mean, it's okay to have a point of view. It's like everything else, you know, everybody has one. But the bottom line here is that everything's on delivery. I don't like to discourage anybody. And don't want to tell you, I usually don't say no to an idea. I mean, I've had a lot of skip marks and burns on my knees because I haven't listened to people say, oh, that might not work.
So that goes to another point, is that when you don't listen and you do it on your own, you earn the right to say, I'm a creator. And I love what you said. The reason I do what I do is because I love to create. That's one of our purposes. The reasons to be here is because we are creators. Creation is one of the greatest feelings on this earth. There's nothing better than doing a job and being able to say, I did it.
Have you ever not done something that you wanted to try, something on the bucket list?
There are many things that are still on the bucket list.
Tell me the first one.
The
biggest one.
I want to go to Greece.
Okay.
Jen?
I want to be on stage and speak at 10X.
Well, I'm going to invite you to FredEx first.
I'm on it.
I'm going to warm you up, baby.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Patty?
I want to go to Italy. I've had great travels. I have not been there. That's my bucket list.
Okay.
I want to go to Italy and Israel.
At the same time?
Not at the same time.
Okay.
And
so
how
one
can,
trip and then...
How can we find you all? How do we find Fem City?
So find FemCity at www.femcity.com and look for the Boca del Rey flagship chapter, or you can also find our Facebook group. And if you would like to join us for our summer book club, we are reading You Are Badass, don't know if I'm on the camera, which is all about what Anne's been talking about, and we only have a couple of spots left, and it's going to be June 19th.
You better hurry up, because I'm going to tell you, when she says that, she really means it.
And Jen? Oh, Pam, okay.
So you can find me on YouTube at Pamela Cohen Sincerely Yours, or my website, sincerelyyourspc.com. My email is sincerelyyourspc@hotmail.com, and my phone number is 513-612-8949.
And Joy, what is on your bucket list, number one?
I have to go with Israel and Italy.
Oh, so you want to travel as well?
Yes, definitely.
And how can people find you, Joy?
Fitness, number 4, Joy, on Instagram, LinkedIn, and also Facebook.
Perfect. And what do you want on the bucket list?
I'm going to skip that. Anne,
No,
how do people find you?
You see what I'm talking about?
Can I add to my bucket list? I'm right beside you at 10X.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
TEDx? Well, I'm creating
I'm going to do FredEx.
FredEx is going to be longer, better, deeper, and wider.
Let's do it. Let's change the world.
But wait a minute. Let's not spin this out.
We got to find out how to get the book.
We're going to get the book.
And how do we find your book?
Okay, so it's on Amazon. And if anybody goes to my website and subscribes to my email, they could get updates on what's happening, the upcoming course, and I will also talk to people if they want to learn a little bit more about how to grow.
What is your website?
It's AnneShoshanaDechter.com.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're going to give her a short code, Jen.
And what?
Shoshana.
It's on the book, but you need the book to know what it is.
So I can simplify this for everybody.
Please.
So everything you need to find about who I am and what I'm doing is in one platform. So go to your text function, create a new text. The number is 80800, and the message is WIN, W-I-N. Boom.
And you get it.
Easy.
Saved by the bell.
Okay,
Well,
well,
I'm going to ask you off the set because I got mine.
Have a
I
great
wanna do
Wednesday,
this.
everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time at La Chloe on Southwest 18th Street. Coming out and join our fun. Be kind to each other.
And don't be late and come on down.
Bye-bye.
Pure Wave. Supercharge your cells. Energize your body with Pure Wave therapy. Internationally patented, Pure Wave technology helps eliminate radiation from modern electronic devices which can cause chronic disease. Pure Wave technology strengthens the immune system and metabolism while activating hormone production. PureWaveNow.com, 561-965-7777. Are you ready for improved cell regeneration, less discomfort, a longer, healthier, vital life? Contact PureWaveNow.com for your consultation. Non-invasive technology promotes relaxation, a better quality of life, and more energy. Call PureWave Now at 561-965-7777. PureWaveNow.com.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the last from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook